Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be taking a look at pirates again, but mostly because we want to try Roaming Throne in this list. We're trying it in a few different things, and I've seen some lists floating around, and it looks like Roaming Throne might actually help quite a bit. And we played pirates near the beginning of the season, so the list isn't going to look drastically different other than making room for Roaming Thrones and probably a few less counters or damage removal. Otherwise, it's going to be very similar. So just running down the pirates we're going to be playing. We're going to be playing Spyglass Siren because this is just good. It shows up in a bunch of non-pirates lists at this point. The BAP token's good. You get a flying creature, no surprise. We are going to play Goblin Tomb Raider. Now, this doesn't really have a triggered ability to help with Roaming Throne, but it is just a quality small creature. Malcolm, Alluring Scoundrel, is actually pretty sweet. Pretty easy to get more counters on it this way, and it does have Flash, which we like. Staunch Crewmate is very good, just getting us to find the cards that we want, which is great because it helps us find stuff like our Captain Storm. This is great because we should, theoretically, be able to get a fair amount of artifacts on the battlefield, which will be pumping up our team, which is really nice. And Kitesail Larcenist. If we do have a Roaming Throne out, we could actually put multiple things on ice, which is actually pretty sweet. Don't know how often that's going to come up, but it's actually pretty cool. Also, let me tell you about Cool Stuff Inc. real quick, and we'll finish up the deck list.
CoolStuffInc.com is a proud sponsor of this channel, and you can show your support while getting 5% off your entire order by using promo code DRAGON at checkout. Need singles for constructed or kitchen table play? Looking to pick up sealed product or the latest in Magic accessories? We've got you covered. CoolStuffInc.com is the place for all your Magic the Gathering needs. And support this channel by using promo code DRAGON at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Oh, and I actually just thought of something else that it probably would make sense to show you Roaming Throne, because some of you don't know what that is. It's a 4-mana 4/4. We choose a creature type when it comes into play, and then anything we have of that creature type that triggers, this triggers it an additional time. So where we would get a +1/+1 on something from Captain Storm, we get an additional +1/+1. Or, in the case of Riches, we actually get to choose the abilities again. Now, be aware that this doesn't work the way people think it does. Like, if you choose to create a treasure, you don't automatically get 2 treasures. Like, Breach's triggered ability is whenever a pirate attacks, you get to choose one of these things. So you're getting a choice a second time, which means if we do have a whole bunch of pirates attack, we can still only choose 3 things. So it's good, but not great with Breaches, but it's fine. And then we are going to play Spell Pierce just so we can have some ways to slow down some of those sweepers. And we're going to play Subterranean Schooner, which is probably the most played vehicle right now, but it still fits here. And works out. So that's going to be the deck list. If you want the full list, it'll be at the end of the video. Or if you go down to the description below, look for the blue arrows. It'll take you to our Moxfield link. You can get today's deck or a bunch of other sweet things we've played so far this season. There's a lot. But for now, let's go see if Roaming Throne really helps these pirates out. Oh boy. Wait, you know what? We get to go first with it. This is fine. This is fine. Actually, I wasn't sure, but we have so many 1-mana things and double red. We'll have to take some damage. But, you know, that's fine, actually. And I think I just want to play this first, because these duders have haste, so there is a possibility that if we get an untapped red land, we can just fire both these out. Well, that dream got killed real fast, so we're just going to go ahead with one of these and attack for 3. Now I want an untapped land so that we can, like, Schooner and something. Oh, this is just a mono red build. Okay, well, we will be racing. Let's see what we can do. Let's go Pirate. But I'm actually just going to play this first. And then I'm going to take a point reluctantly. Actually, wait, I didn't have to take a point, Arena. Dang it, I should have manually tapped. So I could have got... Well, yeah, because I could have played this as a pirate and then got blue in that for that. Oh, well. If I die by 1 point to mono red, I'll know where it came from. But having a Spell Pierce against mono red's kind of sweet. And we're winning the race. Currently, they have no blockers. And we can attack with Schooner and some duders on the ground and still leave mana open for Spell Pierce. We could actually play Tomb Raider, use a map, leave mana open for Spell Pierce, and still attack with Schooner. That's going to be a good turn. Oh, they're going to try to kill some things. Yep, I don't fault them. At some point, they were going to fall too far behind. And it looks like they missed a land, and we did not get our stuff. But that's okay. We don't have anything right now that would really even trigger. So, go ahead and play this on one of these, since that will be attacking. Yeah, you can stay. Ooh, actually. Yeah, it's a flyer. It's fine. We'll crew with this. I mean, we know it's on top, so it's fine. Yep. Yeah, with us holding a Spell Pierce, I don't think the opponent has an out here. No blocker. Yeah, that was kind of uneventful against Mono Red. Yeah, this is a perfectly strong hand, so I don't think we need to do anything with this. We'll just sit tight. Freebooter. See, the thing that makes me nervous when I see stuff like freebooters is that I know what I would do with freebooters. And it's usually like sacrifice effects, get some treasure, use the treasure to ramp up some stuff. Like, but no telling what the opponent's doing with it. They might just be playing like a black aggro deck. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not blocking. I have no interest in such things. You got me. Yeah, I think we know exactly what we're going to do here. And we find... we'll take this since we already have 2 other bridges in hand. The one, you know, kind of interesting thing about Kite Sail is that you end up taking a threat away from the opponent, but then also giving them a treasure to play their next biggest thing. So it doesn't feel great, but you still get a 2/3 flyer with ward out of it, so it's never terrible. Just a weird situation. Yeah, sure, you got it, opponent. Oh, and a trespasser. Well, that's good to know. Huh. Well, I guess I'm going to do this. And still attack for 1. We will create a treasure. End the turn. Now, I'm assuming Britches is dead here. Oh, no. That is a real problem. I guess we know what's going to... The Arsonist is gonna... Or Larcenist is gonna hit. Gee-bus. Yeah, we get rid of this for the time being. And gosh, that's more damage, huh? Alright, I'm willing to take these trades, unfortunately. I mean, obviously we win the first strike battle, but... Oh, that's actually really good, the draw here. So we're going to go ahead and play this and try to get rid of that Bloodletter of Aclazotz. We will submit none of our... Actually, think about turning this to a treasure, because then I could... Nah, submit 0. Mostly because I'm going to leave mana up for Spell Pierce anyway. If I thought I was going to play Captain here, then I probably would have done it, but pretty sure I'm not. So we'll go treasure... And, I mean, we could exile it. Oh, well, we do anyway. Alright. Alright, well, we got a land out of the way that we didn't really need, so that's fine. I'm okay with that. Painful Quandary. That doesn't really stop or hurt anything, so I guess it's fine that it exists. I'm kind of like, do I care? Let's just stop it anyway. There's a chance... And they have so much mana, we're not going to really get to use that on anything else cheaper, I don't think. Yeah, alright. We'll keep this. This is going to play a bit slower than our other draws, obviously. But I think that's fine. I mean, I say that. Who knows? That could have been... Ooh. I guess since we have Otawara, we'll go ahead and use this. I'm just going to play Schooner here. If they didn't play a creature, I'm assuming they left mana up to shoot something. And if they destroy an artifact, so be it. Oh, hey, if that's how we're destroying the artifact, I'm actually okay with that. That is nice. Okay. That opens up some possibilities for us. We don't hate that. Yep, and it is dinosaurs. Okay, so we want to go with... what do I want to go with here? I think... I mean, I could have played this and played Storm and that, but I think I'm just going to go here to start. I mean, they might have a fight spell or something here. Then we get wrecked. Yep, they did. No other dinosaurs, though. Interesting. Okay, we take 6, but... So I'm assuming their hand is more removal of some kind, right? Because nothing else there makes sense if it's not. Or just really big dinosaurs. That's the other realistic issue that it could be. So let's play this first. Actually, no. This minimizes our damage. Alright. I mean, they might have just more Triumphant Chomps or something anyway, but... let's tap this for colorless. Not really sure why Arena was going to leave that open. Alright. We get breaches. Let's go ahead and get some breaches. Even though they might have more removal to breaches than they do to the schooner. But I feel like being able to see more cards is probably how we have a chance to win this. Oh, they had a fight rigging. Gosh dang it. Alright, well, this could be where the wheels fall off. Yep. And they had another chomp. Alright, sure. Please don't be too dangerous. Oh, it was just a Triumphant Chomp. That actually is not terrible for us, believe it or not. Like, that could have been infinitely worse. Alright, so I'm going to hold on to Otawara, because that's something reasonable we could do to bounce a thing. And this is a little bit dicey, because we can choose a target artifact or creature. I feel like giving them a 5th land here is probably going to lead to us getting hit with something, but I'm going to do it anyway since I have the Otawara. Because, like, if they don't have a land, and they just crack that to play, like, Dracosaur or something. Oh, well, alright. If you're just going to have stuff, you're just going to have stuff, I guess. Sure. Photo just had the whole removal hand, right? Alright. Well, is what it is. Wow, that doesn't help at all, does it? We attack, we could see another card. Yeah, I guess so. It's probably our best bet here. Exile the top card. Oh my goodness, it was just a land. That's bad. That is so bad. I guess we'll play it. It's free. Alright, well, we're probably going to have to use this here, Otawara to try and get us out of trouble. Yeah, you got it. Alright, let's bounce this. Let's make a 1/1. I mean, we're fighting the uphill battle trying to make this work here. Do I want Schooner or do we want... I think we want Larcenous in case the big dinos show up. I think that's the plan. And then we just attack for 2. Choose to exile a card. Because whatever we get will be cheap enough. Malcolm works perfectly. And then we'll just kill this. Oh, do they have a way to save it too? Oh, they're just going to remove something from our graveyard. That's fine. I was just like, man, their hand was way bad for us if they could even save this. Alright. Old Britches is pulling some real weight in this game. All right. Might as well play this. Because there's a chance we may want to like make a 1/1, play Larcenist, play something off the top of our library. Though it would have been an easy card to discard to Malcolm. All right, Paleontologist is back. Turning it into a 3/3. Yeah, I don't think we're going to give them a mana at this point. We're just going to be attacking with this. Because why not? We will make it where this can't block. And we will exile the top. All right. Probably just going to discard the... Yeah, sure. You got it. And then I guess we just discard a land because that's not doing much for us. Play this duder. Might as well play this duder. And I'm going to go ahead and use this now. Don't particularly need that. Alright, in the turn. So if they do get a Dracosaur, we can make sure it's out of the way, and we should have more than lethal now. Yeah, that's fine. You got it. What is it, 7? And they can block the 2 biggest ones, take 2, 4, 6, 7 after we get rid of the Hammer Skull. Well, actually, and the extra Merrick's token. So, yeah, we should be good. Yeah, I don't know how we ended up, like, this was gross for us. Like, literally, the first 4, 5 things we dealt with got killed. Let's go ahead and make a Merrick's token. Yep, that'll work. Let's get a big dino out of the way. The mid-0. A taxis. We'll get all the triggers, make a treasure, make it where your duder can't block. Exile the top card. Alright, cool. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. It feels a little bit dicey, though. Holding 2 4-mana things and 2 lands, but we'll see. There's also a world where we could, like, possibly kite sail our own thing into a treasure to be able to play the roaming throne or something. So I don't know. Yeah, if this is just Gruul Aggro, I think we could just be in trouble on this one. Because our draw is very slow. Okay, that's not as bad as it could have been. And the opponent ended up not attacking there. So that's kind of nice. Let me go ahead and do this. I feel like I should attack for him, but I'm going to no attack here. In case for some reason a thing comes down with the counter that we feel we want to double block. Oh gosh. Well, we won't be doing much about that, duder. That's what we call a problem. Like a real problem. Alright. We gotta stop the beats somehow. Alright, you're on time at least. Go pirate. And we're gonna Larcenist this and this. I turn my map into a treasure temporarily. And hopefully this buys me some of the time. I hope it does. Unfortunately, we also gave them a treasure, so there's a bunch of big dumb things you can play. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's wasn't on my list, but makes sense. Alright. We're just gonna take a pile, because we don't really want to block there for no value. Guess I can just do this now. No attacks? I mean, I probably should attack for at least 2. Since I'm probably not blocking with the Larcenist, but, you know, we'll see. Now, if there's another Raiju here, that's gonna suck. Oh, Halana and Alena's even worse. Alright. That's a GG situation. With what's in our hand, we can't win from here. Alright. Sure, I guess we'll keep this. Probably just going to play a turn 2 Schooner and then hope for the best. Actually, turn 2 Schooner makes even more sense here, really, because if things work, we'll be able to play a Larcenist, maybe put something on ice, attack with the Schooner. Like, that could help. That'd be the perfect thing. Honestly, though, we would be giving them 6 mana here. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, is a little bit scary. I'm not going to lie. But probably better than having a turtle just going nuts here. And attack. Crewmate. How do we feel about this? Yeah, sure, that's fine. Because next turn we're probably just playing Roaming Throne anyway. Jamil. Oh, gosh. They didn't even need the treasure we gave them. Oh, Lord, what are they ramping to? I don't think they're ramping anything particular, actually, looking at their list. I think they're simply just playing value. Which, you know, is fine. Yeah, I kind of need this. I was thinking about maybe bouncing something, but it doesn't do all that much here. Alright. Huh. Trying to decide if I want to be able to block a turtle or not. I'm actually not going to do anything here, I don't think. Wow. Cancel. No attacks. Mostly because if they remove something after we would have tapped to attack, we wouldn't have done much. And like just getting 3 damage in here doesn't really do a lot, to be honest. I mean, them having another turtle, do we care that much? We'll screw this. And then we'll just sacrifice the Schooner, I think. Alright, you got it. You own a Glissa. The only good news is they have a bunch of mediocre to bad stuff they could have hit there. I almost wish they would have hit a removal card while they were tapped, because we have all the ward creatures in. And that would have been great. Let's go here for 2. In case we find riches, which would be good. Oh. Yeah, we gotta take that. I was just thinking, like, another Roaming Throne. Well, there is another Roaming Throne. Oh, there's also a Kite Sail Larcenist. Alright, cool. That's not what I was expecting to find, but why not? We will submit 0 of our own things, and we will put this on ice. And 0 of our own things, and put this on ice. And then we will attack with the Roaming Throne. Alright. I mean, obviously, if they're going to do anything, they'll kill our Larcenist. That just got rid of 2 things first, but we'll see. Alright, Dread Knight going digging. They go to 12. And Shieldred. Alright, well, good news is we're not worried about drawing a lot of cards here, so that's fantastic. And their hand's empty. So now we just try to go to the air. Alright, found a Dread Knight. Okay, we draw. Okay, we have a few things we can do, but they're not all particularly great. So we go here first. And then we go here. And then we attack with flyers. Trigger a bunch of things. We're going to get treasure. And... top card's probably not going to do any good, but we might as well. We're going to trigger them all anyway. And just make that not block, I guess. We will put counters on one on you and one on you. And the treasure we will use, we will play this. So another flyer that also makes another artifact. Makes 2 artifacts, actually. We will put 1 and 1. And then we'll put 1 and 1. All right. Trying to set up for a big attack next turn that hopefully will be lethal, or at least force them to block a bunch with Shieldred not being able to block. All right, cracking those treasures so we don't have to worry about those. Oh, because it's another Glissa, of course. Why not? Like, why wouldn't it be that? Can we just attack in the air for enough here? We have 7, 8, and we're going to make at least 2. Well, we're going to make 1 artifact. That's 9. Not quite enough yet, actually. Well, that sucks. That creates a different problem. Alright, Schooner kind of does a thing, right? Because then that triggers twice, so we put counter. Yeah, now we'll have enough. Because when we attack, we'll get 2 triggers, 4, 5, 6. That's 10? Yeah. And then we just make the big flyer not block. Make tokens, then exile a card. Put counters, put counters. Yep, that'll do it. That's pretty crazy that we survived with Jamil being out there. I think that was that turn 4 for them? No, it was turn 5 because they played Tortoise, got a land in, and then they had Jamil just naturally. And it got something useful every turn but once where they got the Glimpse of the Core. But, man, that was just a game that was all about Roaming Thrones and Kite Sail Larcenist, and they did the heavy lifting. Interesting, but sure, let's try it. This feels kind of bad, but hey, we can get red mana one time. Let's see if we find something else on top of the library we could use. Not quite. Alright, just attack for 1 then. Got greedy on a bad keep, and now the punishment starts. Alright, we'll attack. See if they use a cut down or something here. They did not. Alright, well, Captain Storm, it was good knowing you. Good thing I have a backup. Because we know you did. That's weird. Is this just like a Liliana turn? Yeah, I was going to say, nothing else makes sense there if it's not Liliana, right?
Nobody knows Dominaria shadows like me.
Give us a Siren. Oh, a Siren would have been sweet there. Oh, actually, Spell Pierce is kind of interesting here. I think we're going to go here, though. If we'd had a Siren, we could have played this. Siren would have made an artifact, and we could have attacked for haste into Liliana, and that would have been pretty sweet. But unfortunately, now they can kill Roaming Throne if they have the right cards. Bat. You can take Captain Storm or you can take Spell Pierce. Either way, I'm okay with that. Like, I have no issues with either. Alright. Hey, guess what I'm discarding?
You won't be outsmarting me.
Though in reality, I probably could have kept the creature to make sure I could protect the Roaming Throne. from like the sacrifice removal. Because now if they play a blocker here, because they don't want to block with their Cavern Bats, right? Oh, interesting. All right, not what I thought was going to go down, but sure. And let's go ahead and tap this for colorless. And you know what? I'm going to use one of those here. It was just a land. All right, well, so be it. Let's do it again. More land. Wow, okay then. And they're going to give us Captain Storm back. This costs 4, plus 2 for the Roaming Throne. I guess I'm going to go ahead and play this. I mean, obviously, I'm giving up the option to use Spell Pierce, but... I mean, I guess if their hand is some removal, go for the throat, sacrifice Liliana, it sucks for us, but... Meh. I guess we'll deal with it. Yep, that's what they're going to do. Empty their whole hand. Yep. Then sack Liliana. Alright, well... Wouldn't have been much different, honestly, because if I'd have just had one creature, left this up, they would have paid for the one, and then would have just killed Liliana, so... Would have been just as bad off, actually, as it turns out. One of those things you just chalk up to being unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright. Sure. Interesting that they didn't... Well, it would have been a green spell. It would have been a black spell, actually. So they would have got a counter if they'd have done that first. Let's go ahead and make a body. Nice. Don't hate seeing that. Though I do question why Arena let me tap that way, but that's okay. Do I attack and just make that not block? Nah, I'm going to take a card off the top. Wow, that's unfortunate. It was a land. Wow, we have not had good luck, have we? Alright, just in the turn. Trying to decide what I wanted to do with the map token, but... maybe I should have just mapped first. Would have got a card off the top. Alright, you have a Shieldred. Draw. Golly, really? Like, there's just no love here whatsoever. Alright, you could stay. That's beneficial. Somewhat. We attack, make Shieldred not block, make a token next turn. We could get this into our hand now. Alright, there's some things going on here. That's a... but if I kind of want to block with this, otherwise we take 7, 8, 9 on our turn at a minimum. But the opponent would take a chunk here. Yeah, it's probably worth it. I should have attacked with the 1/1 on the ground. I don't know. Alright. We will make something not block, and we will get a card. Up to them what they want to do here. Alright, they're just taking all of it. Interesting. On Pirates. Alright. They still have 2 cards. One's probably removal spell at a minimum. Just what is it? If it costs 2 or less, our Spell Pierce does next to nothing. So, cut down. Actually, we're okay with the cut down because we can make an artifact creature and then turn her into a 3/3. So cut down does nothing. Awesome sauce. That is annoying, though. Oh, this is interesting. So if we make their Death Toucher not block, Whoa, hold on a second. If we take 7, 8, 9, I think we just take it. Just gonna do some gambling here. Alright, we can play this. Still leaves us the ability to make an artifact right now. Get a roaming throne. Play roaming throne. On pirate. We'll pump this. We'll pump this, yeah. Then we'll attack, making this guy not block. And then get treasure. Exile a card. The land. Seems to be a popular theme today. Yeah, just keep pumping the flyer at this point. I should have pumped Captain Storm, I guess, actually, but it's all good. Alright, play our land. Opponent's at 1, at 3. We can currently block enough to not die on our turn. As long as we can chump block Shieldred, we'll be okay. Yep, that's not going to help them. And now we can stop any removal with the Spell Pierce. Oh, man. Whew. Felt like we had to work for that one a little bit, but we got there. Roaming Throne on time. But actually, really, that was the staunch crewmate being able to find the Roaming Throne. That was the big deal. But yeah, now we just have a 5/5 plus flyer by itself. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, we just take 2. Go to 7. Go to 5. Wow, and we got an extra kill card. Love to see it. Alright. Get a treasure. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, I guess we keep it. We're on the draw. It's not terrible. No, dinosaurs, huh? These are always tough because I feel like if we don't get a Kite Sail Larcenist, these become really difficult. Wow, they're just gonna straight up chomp? Crazy. Okay. Did not see that coming. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and play this. I don't know what they're doing over there. But here I'm assuming I'm gonna play Schooner, then next turn play Roaming Throne. So, Because, you know, even with Restless Fire coming to play tap next turn, I can play the Schooner. Oh, they have the all chomp hand? Really? Oh, bruh. That's disappointing. Man. Alright, well, if they have it, they have it. I'm assuming they're holding on to, like, Dracosaurs or something, which we'll see this turn. Are they just activating a creature lane here? Oh, you can't, because of Lore Keeper. Okay, there you go. That makes sense. Alright. Sure. Go with this. Call Pirate. Hopefully they can't kill our Roaming Throne. But at this point, I don't even know what's in their hand. I mean, it could be anything. Okay, Lore Keeper. Not attacking with their lands, though, which is interesting. I mean, we take 8, 9. Okay, they're not attacking. I would attack with the 1/1 here, too, probably. I mean, unless they're holding, like, a Tali, I guess. Oh, which could be bad for us next turn. Sure. Are we gonna get Giant Growth and die? No, that would suck. I was just thinking, maybe I should have put the Schooner at risk there instead. Would have probably been smarter. Stormcoughed Coast. Alright, let's go here. We'll get to see 2 things. Ooh, we can get Storm and Spyglass. Oh, but... Alright, we get Storm here. Even though a Spyglass Siren would be kind of nice. Just as a blocker and an artifact trigger, you know, all that stuff. Oh, and it's just the crewmates. All right. Not what we wanted to see at all. Oh, man. Now, how do we feel about all this? I mean, we could... If we go crewmate, we could block. Crewmates could block. Alright, I guess we do that just to load our hand for next turn. Because we're going to need a big turn anyway to get out of this. And again, their hand might just be like a Tali or something. Welp. Having another Captain Storm doesn't do much. Also sad knowing that our others all went to the graveyard there. So that's tough. I'm going to see if we can put a counter on the Roaming Throne. Probably going to be a land at this point. Yeah, that's what I assumed. Alright. My hope, though, was like if we turn into a 5/5, then next turn maybe we get it bigger. I don't know. But it wasn't a Tali, unfortunately. They get something good from... Oh, they got a Frenzy. Well, they can't... They can kill a crewmate, which is fine, I guess. And they are playing a Gwenna. Interesting. Alright, well, I'm going to assume Gwenna's not going to do much here since their hand's mostly empty. I mean, that has haste, so we don't love that. Yeah, I think we're just dead anyway. Alright, opponent's got it. Okay, we'll keep it. Go ahead and play that since we got nothing else going on here. And that'll allow us to... Ah, where were you? I think I'm just going to play a Schooner here. Thought about playing Captain Storm, but... for something's going to get cut down. We'll make them earn it the other way. Alright, cool, you got it. Britches is probably the best card in hand. I was going to say, yeah, that makes sense. That's probably the best thing to get there. I am going to do this until I can protect the Captain Storm, I think is the plan. And we'll attack. Alright, cool, that can stay. And we can still try to protect that next turn, so that's fine. Alright, you got it. We're going to play this. We'll crew with this. Oh, why did I even bother? I forgot. That thing has Death Touch. That was stupid. Yeah, and I'm only at 3/4. I'm not big enough to do anything yet. That was a waste of a possible blocker. I do like both of these, but right now Spyglass Siren has to go. Alright. Alright, ooh, we get to stop a Virtue. That's even better. That's a great one to get. Alright, they have a lifelink blocker, but that seems okay. Is there anything? Nothing's going to come into play here, so I think... Well, no, we'll do this first, so at least we can attack with the Schooner. And then attack with double Pirates. We can exile and make them not block. Yeah, that's probably it. Oh, nice. Crewmate, you gots to go. Gonna go ahead and crack that treasure. And submit nothing from our side, put that on ice. End the turn. Actually, no, I messed up last turn anyway. Because I could have made the thing not block with Britches. And then, yeah, I messed that whole previous turn up. That was stupid. I mean, hopefully it doesn't look like we're going to get punished here too much for it. But still. Facts are facts. A mistake is still a mistake. And they know we're holding the Roaming Throne already. So, whatever you're going to do, get after it. But it may not matter here for them. We definitely don't need that. All right, so this is coming down. Put it on pirate. We will pump this since it first strikes. We will pump this to be able to punch past the other duder. We will crew with the thing we just got. We'll attack with everything. Get a treasure, so those will trigger. Make Lissa not block. We'll exile something we're not going to be able to play, but it's just a land, so that's fine. Alright, cool. Yeah, in that scenario, the next 2 counters were just going to go on the flyers, and I was going to say, okay, cool. That you got to block a flyer, you got to block the dude on the ground, you got to block one of those. Remainder would have been lethal no matter how we did it. This turns out, oddly, to be good against these various Golgari decks, which I was not expecting, but it's interesting. Yeah, so here's the list we played. We had 2 Spell Pierce, 4 Spyglass Siren, 4 Goblin Tomb Raider, 2 Malcolm, 4 Staunch Crewmate, 4 Schooner, 4 Captain Storm, 4 Larcenist, 4 Britches, 2 Witchstalker Frenzy, 4 Roaming Throne, 5 Island and Ottawara, 3 Mountain, 1 Sekinzan, 2 Restless Spire, 4 Shivan Reef, 2 Stormcarved Coast, 3 Cavernous Souls, and 1 Merix. The interesting thing is, I wish we had stuff to either hit Planeswalkers or just some extra removal. I mean, maybe even some hard counters, but the list is pretty tight. Right now, the best you could probably do would be to remove like 1 Roaming Throne and maybe just go to 61 cards playing 2 more of something, whether that's 2 Witchstalker Frenzy for, I don't know, getting rid of some problematic creatures, especially since you have First Strike from Britches at times. Something like that, I think, could be good, but otherwise, I don't know if I would change too much about the list. That would probably be the one major change I would consider, but I don't know. There's also sometimes lands are a little weird. Like, this had a few games where we just drew a bunch of lands, and that just happens, you know, but I think the issue is there's also a list where we don't have much to spend our land on, right? We don't have any activated abilities or anything like that, so it's just we're casting it to use it on whatever we draw, probably off Britches. So it's something to think about. I don't know if there's anything else we want to play or some other artifacts. I believe in my earlier version we played the 5/5 boat, and that was cool, but I don't know if that's what this list is looking for or not. But like I said, maybe cut a Roaming Throne and go add 2 of something. I don't know if it's 2 Witchstalker Frenzy, if it's 2 more vehicles. Just something to help out some of those matchups, probably against the sweepers or whatever, would probably be your best bet. But overall, still a lot of fun, and the Roaming Throne actually does do some work. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Protean Raider. This is kind of a weird card, because while it is a pirate, it doesn't have to go in a pirate deck. It just wants you to attack at some point to be able to trigger its ability to let it be a copy of something. And this is actually pretty good in commander decks, right? This is not something that you see a lot of, but it's a very easy trigger, if you will, because there's a bunch of ways to attack with things. You can even attack somebody who doesn't have any blockers for a turn, and then that would allow you to get this into play. Something interesting to think about if you're playing a clone type deck, or if you do happen to be just looking for a quirky pirate to copy one of your other better pirates. This one's not a bad choice, and you can pick them up for under $1, probably about 50 cents. So definitely worth considering if you need one. And if you like playing creature-themed decks, we do have an Orzhov Life Gain deck that was actually pretty sweet that really takes advantage of clerics. So that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.